Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to this week trade recap video. This week I have multiple trades that are entered with the dollar strength, and let's take a look into these trades that I have currently running. Euro dollar is running very beautifully. Dollar CAD we got in from the bottom here. Swiss yen we talk about getting in from the higher time frame sell, and I'm also in USOIL and NASDAQ 100. So let's take a look into these entries. What are my stop loss, take profit, what is the overall bias when I enter these trades. Starting with euro dollar here, if we can look at euro dollar, we're talking about that there's a potential double top here. The price is correcting rather in this type of formation, and I'm waiting for a strong breakdown followed by correction to able to look for the sell. Now the first initial one that we saw couldn't continue down from here, and all we do now is expand the structure into a little bit more parallel channel, and then once the parallel channel completes, we see a sharp breakdown for the price, and then I was looking for a lower time frame continuation. So this is the one that I'm looking for. This is before the FOMC meeting. Was waiting for a nice correction to form here, and then you can see that lower time frame also had a push down for the price. So I opt in with an entry order just below this little correction here, set the stop loss above the high, and pretty much price tagged me in, consolidated a little bit, and then just pushed down massively after the news. And you can see the price continuously pushing down, right? And was looking for continuation. My plan at the time was waiting for the plan for price to break this previous low and then look for a correction. But if you look closely here, there was actually a really small lower time frame correction right before this previous low, and then price just continuously impulse down, sorry, and couldn't able to catch this move. But I was able to get in on the second scale in entry after this strong impulsive breakdown. We broke the previous low, and then there was a clear first lower time frame continuation. So I set in with the entry order for a scale in position just below this low here. Again, stop loss above the high, about 40 pips or so, and price tagged me in and then hovering around the red before it pushed down a little bit on Friday morning. Uh, Overall, my first initial target was actually this previous low, but price just impulsively break down. So my next target, second target, is going to be the low of this overall price action here, because this is the previous extreme low, and the move has already moved quite a bit. So I want to see what price will do when it hit about this low. Currently, right now though, it's running beautifully. The first entry is running about 8% right now. Second entry is about 0.5%. So that's first trade, euro dollar. Let's take a look at dollar CAD. So dollar CAD we've been also talking about quite a bit, right? Talking about the overall higher time frame for quite a few weeks in my streams, and finally it's playing out beautifully. While the price was still in this descending kind of structure here, I talk about a potential up move here, and finally we're getting that here on last few days here. Price, as I talk about, need to wait for price to continue to correct, right? Price can continue to correct a little bit longer, but when the price does break out, there's always going to be lower time frame continuation, and then that's going to impulsively break to the upside. So when we look at the overall higher time frame, we know that there's that descending channel that's on the higher time frame. We know that there is that double bottom here on the higher time frame as well. So very good multi-time frame analysis. And if we look closely here from this descending channel, the smaller one, we did have that impulse breakdown, and I was looking for a continuation correction. So I saw this correction here, set an entry order here, set the stop loss below the previous kind of double bottom low, about 40 pip stop loss. Price tagged me in, and then just hovering around the entry here for a little bit, and then just massively shoot out after the news. And again, there are many these lower time frame corrections. But my plan at the time was I want to make sure that we can break this previous high here, because again, similar like euro dollar, I want to make sure that the price will continue instead of bouncing off this around area and then start having a bearish move down. So I didn't want to scale in the position until we make sure the price break this high. And when price did break the high, I was choosing between dollar CAD and euro dollar to a scaling entry. I ultimately go with euro dollar instead. But overall, you can see this move has happened really just in the 2 days or so, and I'm running almost 7 to 1, 7.5 to 1 or so, and we're pretty much approaching to my second target price, second take profit, which is the high of this higher time frame descending channel. But as we see this massive bullish push to the upside, we want to see if the price will just continue push up above and out of this higher time frame structure, because this is a higher time frame descending channel, which means it's a higher time frame reversal. So if we do get the price to push up and followed by a pretty clear, pretty tangible lower time frame correction, I might look for a scaling entry here and then hold on to the initial position and see what we'll do if price reach the high on the top of this descending channel, which is exactly kind of what my plan was when I talk about in this video. That's kind of how I will be looking for a potential target in this case. So that's dollar CAD, second trade. Let's look at Swiss yen. So Swiss yen is also very, very beautiful. If we look at the higher time frame, I've been talking about Swiss yen for almost a month now, if I can recall. And while the price is at the top, I mentioned that we're all looking for a bearish impulse move down, right? Because we understand that this is an impulse down, this is a correction. We're looking for this potential impulsive run. So you can see here on the higher time frame, price is in this higher time frame parallel channel as well as in this ascending channel as well. When we go down to the lower time frame here, you can clearly see that ascending channel still correcting the price up and up and up. But this last bit of the price, you can see it's very, very consolidated, right? It's not as impulsive as what you would see a normal kind of price action. It's very corrective. So that gives us a potential idea that the bearish move is likely to happen and we're ready for some sort of entry here. So if you look at the lower time frame, if we go even lower here, we pretty much have a mini double top. We have an ascending channel and then price correcting within its ascending channel. So there's multiple of these kind of bearish structure that it's in the making, and we just have to be able to identify it. So again, from the higher time frame, large parallel channel, lower time frame ascending channel, and then even the lower time frame ascending channel here as well. So I was looking for a strong bearish breakdown for the price. As you can see, price break out of this ascending channel very impulsively, and I was waiting for a lower time frame continuation. So this lower time frame continuation happened after this previous low, after we broke out of this ascending channel as well. So I opted with the entry order, set the stop loss above the high. Actually was pretty generous with the stop loss. I could have probably even go tighter, but I'm fine with this 35 pip stop loss like so, in case price correct a little bit longer before the drop. So anyways, price tagged me in here, just massive push down for the price, and there is a lower time frame correction here. Actually, on most of the yen pairs, it did form this continuation correction, but again, I just wasn't there to catch it, and I was also just looking at other pairs as well. As I was waiting for a little bit more confirmation. I thought this correction will get a little bit bigger before the downside, but sometimes when the price is in the impulsive move, these lower time frame corrections going to happen very fast and then just continue to push down afterwards. So that is Swiss yen right now. It's running, I would say, about 7-1 right now. So massive trade again. Euro, dollar CAD, Swiss yen are all running very, very beautifully. We're approaching to my kind of first target now. My first target is really just the bottom of this ascending channel, right? So we're getting very close there, so I want to keep an eye on this area. If we're going to just break off on the price, great. Following by a correction afterwards, definitely looking for a scale-in entry here to push the price all the way down to the higher time frame parallel channel. But if that doesn't happen, if price is pushed down here but start forming kind of a reversal, kind of bullish price action, then I'm looking to exit the trade for a pretty good profit. So that is the third trade of that last week, Swiss yen. Again, we're just at the beginning of this run, so there is potential to break down and then continue to the downside. So massive move here if we're able to catch this. So talking about the fourth trade, US oil. US oil, I've been talking about a potential sell. I was looking for a potential sell opportunity while the price is kind of correcting in this area, in this kind of higher time frame kind of ascending channel in this kind of case. So when we look at the oil here, I mentioned this can continue to push up, and I'm not interested. I'm only looking for a push down followed by a correction, right? So if you can see price continue to correct, that's fine, but there is a push down for the price followed by a lower time frame correction, and I see a potential move to the bottom of this channel. So if we look at the price here, when I got in the entry here, I was looking for this ascending channel to break, and we had an impulse down followed by a correction, right? So again, setting the entry order here below the correction, pretty lenient stop loss above the high, so about $1.10. And the price really first initially pushed down massively. Originally in this kind of scenarios, my plan was to move it to break even as usual, but this time because of its, I've been doing a little bit more back testing on oil. I've been doing a little bit more on commodities. Sometimes these push down was followed by a deeper correction and then push down afterwards. And I didn't want to choke the price, even if I hit about 1-to-1 profit anyways. I just wanted to be able to hold this because I see the higher time frame has quite a bit of potential within this kind of higher time frame ascending channel, and this part of the price, smaller ascending channel, and then push down for the price. Especially we know dollar CAD is getting strength, which means US oil is likely to lose strength, and I'm looking for a potential bearish move down from the price. So I'm fine holding the trade. I'm fine to just let the trade run. I'm even happy to take a loss here as long as price doesn't break this previous high. That is my stop loss anyways. So it pushed down, had a reversal impulse up, and then kind of a correction to push higher. So I want to see if this is going to continue. If this is going to continue to push down and take me off for a loss, that's fine. That's just 1%. But if we able to hold on to the position, this might even just push down and then start pushing down again. We don't know. It might be forming a correction like so. But anyways, I'm happy to hold the trade. It's just running about break even right now. And my target is the bottom of this higher time frame channel, right? So it's about 6-to-1 or so. We'll see how the price will do if it gets down to the bottom. And if they break out followed by correction, again, looking for the next low as a potential target. So that's fourth trade, oil. And last one I'll talk about is NASDAQ. NASDAQ, same with a lot of US indices, they all had a bearish move up across the board. So I made a video here on NASDAQ when the price is at the top of this overall kind of structure, looking for a bearish move down from the price, right? And pretty much we did have a pretty solid push down from the price afterwards for NASDAQ. Same with a couple other US indices as well, as I can show here. So looking for the entry here, right? And originally this was the first entry that I was looking at, but I didn't get out to it. Price did take push down from the price, but had a reversal push up. But as you can see, we're still in the higher time frame structure, right? This is still a nice higher time frame structure. We have a few swing highs and a few swing low. Very clean kind of reversal, kind of wedge, you can say, and looking for a reversal bearish move down for the price. And once the price pushed all the way back to the top here, so pretty much form a double top here, and then you can see that almost a smaller ascending channel and then a bearish push down from the price. So I was looking for a continuation correction. At the time I saw this kind of almost like a pennant kind of looking formation. So I locked in for the entry order here, put the stop loss above the high. I had I think 110 pip stop loss, so pretty lenient. Happy to give the price a little bit more room to move if that's going to be the case, because my overall target is pretty good, right? Bottom of this ascending channel for about 5.6-to-1. And again, if price can actually break out of this higher time frame structure and then continuation, certainly the next previous low is very, very possible for that bearish run. So this one hovering around break even as well. So that's a fifth trade, NASDAQ. So overall recap, NASDAQ I'm in, just still hovering around the entry point and looking for a clean kind of push down for the price. US oil is hovering around the entry point, looking for the price to push down for the bottom of this ascending channel. Swiss yen is running very, very beautifully. I want to see if price can actually break out of this higher time frame channel and then continuation afterwards. That would be very decent. You can see that price has already pushed down from the price, and we can expect this correction to complete, looking for the next impulsive move. And dollar CAD is looking for price to break out this descending channel, right? We already caught this massive bullish push to the upside, so waiting to see if we're going to push up further and then continuation afterwards. And last one is euro dollar. Euro dollar is already pushed up massively, and wanting to see what the price will do at this previous kind of low area, and preferably if we're just going to impulsively break down and then followed by continuation, that's going to be very good to enter as well. Okay, so there it is, guys. This week took a little bit more trades, but this is what patience pays off, right, everyone? Last 2 weeks, I took only 4 trades, and I actually took 3 losses, 1 for a little bit of profit. But this week, look how many profitable trades we have, and that's why being patient is really important, because when price is in the correction, not much move is going to happen. Your sell or your buy is going to be limited because the price is in a corrective structure. But when the price is in the impulsive phase of the market condition, we're going to be able to capitalize this a lot more. So there it is, guys. These are the few trades that I'm in currently, and I want to just make sure to show you guys that these are live positions I'm currently running right now. I will do a weekly trading market outlook on Monday morning, so I can recap all these trades again, and then we'll go from there. So any question, comments, or feedback, welcome to let me know below, and chat with you guys all next time. Thank you very much.